Okay. All right. Post-game show brought to you by Sleeper. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money if your picks win. Use promo code O'Leary, and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Oh, my God. I don't know. Let's go through. Let's start. Jets Bucks. Jets fall 29-27. They were down big. It looked embarrassing. They came back. They led with under 2 minutes to go and somehow lost this game. All right, Jets start with the ball. Tyrod run for 7 yards. Arian Smith on an out route for a first down. Horse collar tackle on Tyrod. A 3rd and 4 conversion to Garrett Wilson. Stands in, delivers a throw, gets crushed. Really, Tyrod got hit a ton today, but credit to him. He stood in there, made some plays. A lot of penalties early in this game, man. David DPI on Mason Taylor puts the Jets in the red zone. They have to settle for 3 after a rookie Arian Smith mistake lines up wrong. Aaron Glenn rips him on the sideline. It's a couple times in 3 weeks that Arian Smith has made a couple rookie mistakes that cost them with penalties. Jets settle for 3, can't get in the end zone, but move the ball relatively well. Next possession, here we go. Get ready for all the flags. Quinnen Williams face mask. That was quickly negated by a Bucs holding play. Then a huge play on a screen. The Jets defense can't stop a screen. Jamian Sherwood, I don't know what is wrong with Jamian Sherwood, but he does not look good. Shortly after that, Brandon Stevens actually makes a pretty nice play on a screen for no gain. That's good. Sauce, the DPI call on Sauce Gardner on 3rd and 29. Holy shit, what a soft call. Initially thought backbreaking, right? Like, here we go, 3rd and 29. They're going to go down and score instead of 3. Incredibly weak to make that call in that spot. Luckily, the more holding penalties for Tampa. Bucs settle for a 54-yarder. Good, 3-3, all tied up. Next possession, hell of a catch from Garrett Wilson for 17 yards. Tyrod again stands in, makes a big throw after getting hit. Garrett Wilson goes up and gets it for 17. Big Breece Hall run for 17. Jets drive kind of stalls after that 42-yarder. They go up 6-3. This is pretty much the last of the Jets offense for a while. Emeka Buka with an insane one-handed catch for 30 yards on the next drive. It was really good coverage from Sauce, honestly, just an absolutely insane catch. Shepard picks up a first down with Baker on the move wide open. Shepard screen inside the 5, and then a slant to Mike Evans on a touchdown. 10-6, Tampa takes the lead. Brandon Stevens gives inside leverage to Mike Evans, who's going to be a Hall of Famer one day, and gets beat on a slant, something Mike Evans has done about 5,682 times in his career. But Brandon Stevens gives him, like I said, the inside shoulder, and he scores for a touchdown. Jets next possession, they go for it on 4th and inches. I have no issue with them going for it. I do take issue with the play call. How do you not QB sneak? How do you not just go Tyrod full forward, pick up the first down, let's keep the drive going? Instead, lone back set with Braylon Allen. What are we doing? They did the same exact thing in week 1 and it didn't work. Braylon Allen with no one in front of him is not going to pick up 1 yard. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. Jets defense, though, they hold strong after that turnover on downs. Third, they force a 3 and out. Another holding penalty for the Bucs. Quincy Williams comes up on the blitz and disrupts Baker Mayfield on 3rd down. End up punting it right back to the Jets. Jets offense stalls, though. They can't gain anything off of the turnover, the hopeful turn of momentum. Jets strip sack. Bucs recover. Baker shaking his hand again. That was the second drive in a row where Baker Mayfield goes off shaking his hand. He was banged up in this game, but Baker's a gamer, dude. This is what Baker Mayfield does. Next possession for the Jets. Speaking of strip sacks, Tyrod Taylor would be strip sacked. The Bucs recover deep in Jets territory. Michael Clemens hits with a face mask. Another personal foul penalty for Michael Clemens. It's every week. Every week. Jets defense holds after the turnover. They allow a field goal 13-6. Jets go 3 and out, punt it right back. 3 straight incompletions. Didn't really take any time off the clock. But good news, Jets D stands tall. Okay, they're turning a corner a little bit defensively. Punt it back. Jets have the ball. Now, as we know, the Bucs start the 3rd quarter with the ball, so hoping for points before the half, down 13-6. Instead, it's a pick 6. Tyrod Taylor throws a pick 6. Dean catches it, runs it back for a touchdown. 2 things are true on this play. Number 1, can't have Tyrod throwing off his back foot there in that spot. Number 2, Garrett Wilson needs to work back to the ball instead of waiting for it to come to him. That would negate an interception and, well, could potentially change the game. So 20-6 at the half. Unfortunately, in the second half, the Jets would lose Quincy Williams with a shoulder injury. The Jets linebackers absolutely blow beyond that, so major loss for their Jets defense. Bucks just driving right down the field, eating up a bunch of clock, third down conversion after third down conversion. They don't get in the end zone, though. They hit a field goal. They're up 23-6, so down 17 points are the New York Jets. Here we go. All right, Tyrod scampers for a first down on 3rd and 2. Tyler Johnson drops on 3rd and 12, which would have been a first down. He would make up for it a little bit later in the game, but you have to just catch the goddamn ball, please. And on 4th and 12, the Jets decide to go for it. They're down 17, no gripes with that. But a throw 5 yards short of the sticks, and they turn it over on downs. What the hell are we doing here? On 4th down and 12, you got to throw it past the first down marker. Bucks offense stalls after that, ends up punting it right back to the Jets. The Bucks are, my note that I wrote live, I write my notes live, not, after the fact. The Bucks were begging them to hang around in this game. And the Jets weren't until they were. They start driving a little bit. Allen, a couple big runs. The Jets sniffing around the red zone. Finds Tyler Johnson for a first down. Garrett Wilson on a slant. Okay, touchdown, 23-13 at the start of the fourth quarter. Good. Bucks start driving. Sauce goes down with an injury. We got to keep an eye on that. He did not return, and they missed him towards the end of this game. 3rd and 16, incomplete at the 37. So this includes a 55-yard field goal attempt, which is good, 26-13. So the Jets down once again in this game by 13 points. Not a math guy, don't claim to be, but quick math tells me that's 13. Olu penalty, Tyrod Taylor sack, Levante David hurt. He kind of takes, he's slow to get up and he leaves the game. But then the Jets start just chipping away offensively. Tyrod's taking what he's given. Tyrod ends up running inside the 10, Then the next play, Braylon Allen inside the 5. Ends up being 4th and goal from the 4. Allen Lazard, touchdown? Or maybe not, because Tyrod Taylor hits him in the back of the end zone. It goes under review. He was kind of maybe bobbled it going down. It ends up standing, but it was close. Never makes it easy on us. So it's a 26-20 game. Next possession for Tampa Bay. Here we go. Okay, Baker Mayfield, huge run for 33 yards. Guess who got blocked, blown off the ball, a defensive end by a tight end and taken out of the play? I'm not going to say it. You guess. I'm sure you know who it is. 3rd and final timeout ends up being taken. It's 3rd and 5 from the 24. They kind of just, set it up to where it's 4th and 1, and in comes the kicker. It's a chip shot field goal to put the game up 9. Play of the day, or so you would have thought. Will McDonald jumps over the line, blocks the kick, and they return it for a touchdown. Holy shit, after the Jets are down 17 points in the fourth quarter, they have a lead. They're up 27-26 with under 2 minutes to go. The Jets have a lead in this game late. They show some effort, they fight, and they get themselves back in this game after getting beat up. Quincy Williams goes out, Sauce Gardner goes out, and somehow they have a lead. Like I said, the Bucks were allowing the Jets to hang around. And then the Jets defense comes out. All they need is a stop. Get off the field. Hold on to the lead. Ibuka beats Cisco down to the 38 for a huge play. Jets catch a break on the next one as Ibuka ends up catching a pass but is ruled out of bounds after that. Then a big check down picks up a first down. Jets beat on once again, another screen or check down dump off pass from Baker Mayfield. Out comes the Bucks kicker for redemption as time expires, hits game-winning field goal. 29-27 is your final score. The Bucks ended up finishing with 347 yards of offense here, 5.4 yards per play, passing 225 yards. Not a major day passing, but good enough. Rushing 122 yards. Jets ran for only 99 yards, had 168 net yards passing. Looking at some of the box score stats, Tyrod Taylor ended up finishing 26-36. Buck 97, 2 touchdowns, a pick, 4 sacks, 92 rating. I thought he was okay. First half started out decent, then got ice cold. The strip sack wasn't good. The interception, pick 6 wasn't good. Gutsy performance from him in the second half. I'll give him a little bit of credit. Baker Mayfield, 19-29, 233, a touchdown, 1 sack, 101.7 rating. Bucky Irving, 25 carries for 66 yards, only 2.6 yards per attempt. The Bucks as a team ran the ball 34 times for 122 yards, 3.6 yards per attempt on the ground, which is honestly not bad yards per attempt wise for the Jets defense, but they allowed big yardage in big spots. The Jets as a team did not run the ball very well. They had 23 carries for 99 yards, which is 4.3 yards per attempt, but a lot of it was Tyrod. He was their leading rusher, 8 carries for 48 yards. Braylon, 6 for 30. Breece Hall, 9 for 21. Garrett Wilson, your leading receiver, 10 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Johnson, the next closest receiver, 2 for 32. Jets didn't create any turnovers. That would have obviously, I think, been a difference maker in this. Well, I guess you got to count the blocked punt return for a touchdown. It's a big play. So they did get a big special teams play, but unable to fall on a Baker Mayfield fumble, unable to get Baker Mayfield to throw an interception. The Buccaneers were penalized 14 times for 124 yards. That should have been enough for the Jets to win this game. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And the Jets fall to 0-3. So the 0-3 Jets against the 0-3 Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football next week should be a barn burner, folks. We'll see throughout the week if there's any updates on the quarterback. I'll take a look at some of the quotes as well from Aaron Glenn, but just wanted to come on and give my initial reaction after the game. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.